The sky began being painted in a brilliant navy blue, blended with bright teal and dark orangey yellows from the distant sunset. How it was only able to present its brilliance was through the terrors of the dismal gloominess of clouds gathering over the city. The only light truly shining on the gritty dark pavement were the lampposts and feverish glow of the LED lights on the top of buildings and store establishments. The small form of a girl hobbled down the sidewalk, limping every few steps and whimpering from pain slightly, but restraining herself from getting louder. She managed to pass by several stores, seeing a couple of people within the bright and probably warm confines as they mingled with friends or others. She sighed to herself, wiping her bleary and wet eyes, and continued tentatively walking. All she really wanted to do was go home. She wanted her family, to spend as much time as she could with them and tell them everything. She knew she would get in trouble, but she didn't care. As soon as Donovan got what he wanted, he was just as quick to leave, with the excuse he had to return back to the house early in order to be ready for work the next day. Honestly, she never wanted to see him again. He didn't even have the decency to walk her home. Out in the city alone, and with the torrent of her thoughts and anguished emotions, she felt incredibly vulnerable. She was just planning out how she was going to leave him when she felt her phone vibrate in her pocket. Thinking it was Donovan, she ignored the call with indignation flaring within her. It continued to vibrate for a few seconds before it fell pleasantly silent again. That was until she began getting a tirade of notifications on her phone from texts. Annoyed and outraged, she reached into her pocket and pulled out her blue phone, more than ready to give him a piece of her mind. But all that fizzled away when she saw the texts were coming from her mother, and she grew white from terror. She didn't dare open her phone to see what her mother had wanted. She just looked at the recent text from her home screen and immediately got the message then. "We know you are with that boy. Get home now." She quickly shut her phone off, but jumped when a new barrage of messages showed up again, with even more demand she were to return home that instant. In a panic, she discarded the device to the ground and began running off into the city and away from her troubles.